standing here right by your side. I will be standing here till the end of time. I will be standing here all through the night, till the stars align. Something's gonna bring the change. Journeys we are meant to take. Something at the edge of space, calling us to fly away. Don't you be afraid, everything will change. You and I, jumping off the edge. They say dreamers never die. So come and fly, come and fly, come and fly away with me. We're rising, we're falling, we're making moves. We're climbing, we're soaring, 1,000 views. We're rising, we're falling, we're making moves. We're climbing, we're soaring, 1,000 views. Come and fly away, come and fly away, come and fly away with me.
Hey, guys. How is everybody doing? Brandi should be getting in here in just a few minutes, guys. Brookee, you want me to email that to you, or do you want to just pick it up out of the link? Out of the chat. Yeah, I checked out one of those. Hello, Kathy, single mom, Shalima, Auntie M, Kimberly, Charlie K. Hello, Dana K, Tammy Gavins, Nancy Silva. Hello, everybody. Hello, Miss Selena. Brandy's not here yet. Hello, Susan. Nana7 and Happy. Hello. Jaquetta. Hello, sweetheart. That's interesting. I like the name. Spirit Hunter. Hello, Miss Donna Baker. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. Yes. Well, that is until just right before I went on and I got informed that another creator is going on at the same time as me. I guess they're trying to hurt my views. I don't know. Okay, I'll post it again, Sweet Pea. Can't mess with my viewers, though. I got the best viewers in town, or in the country, or in the world. The galaxy. I have the best viewers in the galaxy. Hello, Cat Eyes. Hello, Miss Brandi.
Hey.
Kathy says I couldn't find any more voice comparisons to send you. We found out who it was, Kathy. I thought I told you, babe. I sent you a message. It is Green Eyes, by the way. How are you tonight, Miss Brandi?
Doing good. I about forgot. John reminded me. Yeah. I'm here.
You're here. That's good.
Yeah.
Well, we're having the same problem tonight as y'all were having last night, if you get my drift.
Some technical issues, or no, something else?
No, something else.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. But like I said, I got the best viewers in the galaxy, so can't mess with me, right?
Right. So we were trying to find out last night who's Green Eyes. Do you know who that is?
His real name is Daryl Jacobs, or that's what he goes by on Facebook, or what he did go by on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
He changed his last name now to something else. I don't know, and I don't even know if that's his real name. And he told me that he lives in South Carolina A lot of other people have said that he lives in North Carolina, but in the
Uh-huh.
messages that he sent me, he says they were moving up here, talking about Tennessee. So to me, that sounds like he's talking about he lives here too, right?
Right.
He said they were moving up here.
Right.
Hello, Miss Brookee.
So
Hello.
how's he linked to the case?
I don't know. I would love to find out, but he's been around since day one.
Yeah, he's obviously really close connected because I sent Nana some more video clips that I got before she took it off.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you know, Brookie, you've got your mic silenced, hun.
Yeah.
But what do you think about those conversations, Brandi? Did you hear them?
I haven't heard them. That's why I was wondering. I'm a little late.
Oh, okay. Well, he talks about her and Andy B wanting to put him in a dungeon, and Andy B wanting to put something in his back to unalive him.
Mhm.
Chat vicious.
And I'll play a couple of them here in a minute. Hang on one second. Let me turn this down. But to me, like, put him in a dungeon. That to me,
Right.
that sounds like Donwells when he was talking about Summer.
Oh yeah.
You know,
He
he said, "I hate thinking that she was put in a dungeon somewhere."
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Here, let me go ahead and play this one for
There's
you.
a lot of things that JSB has said that Dawn has repeated or Candace has
Right.
repeated.
Mhm.
Let's play this one. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, I gotta get the share screen up.
Hi everybody. Whoever I didn't say hi to in the chat. Everybody's saying hi, so I didn't want to be rude. My Nana's doing. I can't hear it for some reason.
Okay. You can't hear it?
I couldn't either.
Huh. I don't know what it is. I don't know what the problem is then. Huh. Okay, well, we'll just talk for a few minutes. I'll figure out how to fix it, and then we'll play it again.
Okay.
But everybody else heard on the video that I put out, you heard those conversations, correct?
Yeah. I've heard the one about the Subaru from somebody else, you know, about that was a payment for Summer. I've heard that somewhere else. I don't know if it's true, but I've heard that.
Well, oh, by the way, just for anybody that didn't read the comments, Emma got a hold of me earlier, and she said that she saw that complete photo before one of the creators cut the head off. And that is Hunter. That is Hunter in that picture. So it's not Andy, although that's what Crazy Eyes tried to say it was.
Right.
But I still say some of the things that he said in that phone call, he knows more about what's going on than we all think.
Right. I agree.
Brookee, when did you get involved in this case?
I've been following it since day one.
What do you
But
know
I've
about
been
Green Eyes
mainly on Doug's and stuff. So
right. What do you know about Jody Sue and Green Eyes or Daryl or whatever his damn name is?
I mean, I know that he posted on donwells Facebook a while back some really weird stuff, and um, by the way they talk, it sounds like he either was a buyer and she was a supplier to him. By the way they talk,
Mhm.
like the newer, like the ones that I just recently just posted, they sound closer than yeah.
Well, I had heard that he actually lived with Andy and Jody Sue at one point.
I mean, the
Oh,
way he says some stuff, I wouldn't put it past it.
What, Brandy?
no, I was just saying that's interesting if that's true.
I would
He,
love to find out who he is.
yeah, definitely. He's inserting himself into the case almost, you know.
But the thing
Really,
about it is he's been doing it literally since day one.
right? I wonder
Because
if
I mean,
he's
go
been
ahead.
I wonder if he's been interviewed by by law enforcement. I'm wondering.
I don't know, but during our talks, he, as a matter of fact, told me he was like Don B's 10th sub, and he was going by Green Eyes back then.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He definitely knows some stuff, that's for sure.
Hello, John Davis. We see you. Hello, Miss Christola. Hello, everybody that I did not say hello to. Anybody get any thoughts? So, where do you think the dungeon would be if there's a dungeon? Anybody get any thoughts on that, ladies?
I don't know. Really, it could be anywhere.
I had a comment in the comment section earlier that said that there was another little girl had went missing years ago that was being held in a cave up there somewhere, and they referred to the cave as a dungeon or as the dungeon.
This was around when was this or what? How old's the little girl you're
I
talking
don't know
about?
I don't know how old the little girl is. They said it was a few years back.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
Well, in one of the clips that I just posted about, he talks about her and Andy shoving Summer down a rabbit hole.
Really?
Yeah, that's all. I just posted them. That's why I sent them straight to you, so that way you had them.
I wished I could figure out what the problem is. Do you think
Yeah.
maybe it's because I'm trying to play it straight off the internet?
Maybe we were having issues last night. John might be able to help. I don't know. John, what can she do? No volume.
Emma shared your video. Well, I don't mind sharing your video. I like your video. Thank you. He has to start on me, don't he? He's so mean. No, you're not mean. I don't mind sharing your video. I just haven't. I've been asleep most of the day.
Have you?
Yeah.
It's about Jody Sue or the video. It's pretty good.
Oh,
Y'all
I know. I watched it, and I think it was brilliant.
Yeah. I
mean,
agree.
I don't agree that she is an actual witch. I agree that she might think she's a witch, but yeah, it coincides with the satanic calendar and all that. Yeah, I agree 100%. Didn't Dixie talk about some caves at one time? I don't know. Did she?
Yeah, she did.
Brandy?
Yeah, they're roped off. You can't get into them, but there's a bunch of caves near Rogersville somewhere. John might know the location, but she was talking about the caves.
Huh.
We used to go in there and party and stuff, but I think they roped it off so that nobody could get in there now.
Right.
But you never know. Maybe that's the dungeon. Bunch of caves.
Don's crazy. His own basement is a dungeon. True, that's true.
Yeah. That basement was almost like a dungeon. is not great, was it?
Cam said there's caves up there too. Well, evidently there's one that evidently some little girl. I've heard about other people going missing off of 110. Maybe
Right.
not through Don and Candace, but over the years,
I don't know about that, but I do know that since Summer has been missing, they have found what 2 or 3 bodies of, I think they were males, throughout caves from, I don't know, I would
Yeah, it was
say,
good.
yeah, I know there was like 2 or 3 people that were found in a cave
Oh, in the cave, I don't know.
since Summer's been gone. So I wouldn't put it past them.
Right. Well, Renda Evans, I'm assuming that he is listening. So, Don B, if you know of any darn caves, please let us know.
Yeah, he's from that area. He might know.
Yeah. I watched that.
That would be a good place to hide if it's roped off and can't get, nobody from the public could get in the cave. So
Right.
I wonder if they searched them.
But they would have still had to have reported on it if they found a little girl being held up there.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So I wonder if we could find, something out about that. My wrench says I believe they placed her in a cave.
Well, they did say Candace went all the way back in the holler, so.
You think Green Eye's truthful, or he's just maybe telling stories?
I don't know, hun. I mean, he came at me like when he gave me information about Andrew Hiltz and the trip down here and all this. And when I went and done my own research and came up with information of my own that didn't coincide with what he was saying, he flipped out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and told me I was changing the story, changing the agenda. And that's when he was saying that they were supposed to have been moving up here. Why would I change the story?
Huh.
So I honestly don't know if he's truthful or not. But what I'm saying is, like I keep saying this, and I know y'all are tired of hearing it, but there's a little bit of truth in every lie that's told. So
Right.
if you listen between the words and you hear like the dungeon,
Right.
Don said something about the dungeon. He said something about a dungeon. Somebody else, and I don't remember who it was, said something about a dungeon. There must be something that they're calling a dungeon.
Right.
Well,
Yes.
he's also in the newer clips too that I also posted. He also mentions that she was the one that abused Andy, not really Andy beating her, just like Candace did Dawn. So I do kind of believe him a little bit more because there was some things that he was also saying that she triggered. Like, I mean, she was getting triggered to where she was trying to make herself loud enough nobody could hear him.
Right. I agree.
Sorry, y'all. The dog was barking at a car going by. I try to mute it. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. Y'all know that Biscuit goes off periodically.
Sorry.
I can remember one of Jody Sue Brown's lives. He told her she got him into all this shit. So that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. That
Right.
may not be a flat out, okay, hey, I'm involved in this. But if you listen between the lines, you can hear stuff that tells you what's really going on. And I honestly and truly don't think I'm saying Don and Candace are innocent. I'm not. I'm saying he's more involved in this case than what anybody is thinking because he's going off and acting like an idiot. So nobody thinks, they don't believe him. Sandra,
Right.
Way, you're fine, honey. We don't mind when you come in as long as you come in. You believe that the ladies were abusive to the men? I don't know. Green Eyes was flipping out on her. Yep, I think so too. I just can't get over the thoughts of him. I just believe that he has got something in this. Well, okay, and why else would he say that Andy was wanting to put whatever it was in his back and unalive him? That's why they were trying to hunt him down.
Right.
And I didn't know who popped it.
He actually didn't say Andy in the one that I have. He actually says you.
Oh my, what's going on?
You're trying to come up on panel again for some reason.
I don't know. I don't know, but I'm with the leaf.
Are you there?
Are you there? Are you there? Are you there? Are you there? Are you there? Are you there? Are you there?
Sorry, guys. Give us just a minute. Okay, you there, Brandi? Hello? Hello? Are you there? Okay, that's interesting. Okay, guys, I guess we're going to wait and see who gets something fixed. Okay. I'll drop the link, guys, in case you come back up, okay? Here's the link. Okay, dual brandies, yeah. Dana, do you have an email? I spent my day fixing big fresh garden. People's panels have all been screwed up here lately. It's crazy. But mine normally doesn't go haywire, so I don't understand. Nana, can you play the clip from the other night? Which clip from the ones that I was playing the other night? Yeah, I can see if I can't find them and play them. Oh, I hit the wrong thing. Hang on. I hit sent mail instead of all mail. Okay. Now, are we back, Brandi?
I'm back. Yeah.
I'm back.
Okay. We're going to try sharing this screen again. Because they're wanting to hear the clips from the other night. See if they'll work. Let me know if you guys can hear them.
Okay.
Oh, shoot. You got to be kidding me.
Is it messing with you again?
No, it's where she took that one down.
You know about your California industry.
Okay, can you hear it?
Yeah.
Sure. Oh, are you bringing in Frank for squirrel now, too? We know where the money trail goes. Well, I guess we know who your handlers are, don't we? Damn, they need to train you better. Like the California industry, you got going up there with Frank lights. Sure. Oh, are you bringing in Frank for squirrel now, too? We know where the money trail goes. Well, I guess we know who your handlers are, don't we? Damn, they need to train you better. You want to treat when they fry that woman that killed her, that's what? Oh, you can't even keep your shit straight. Look at you. Probably 10 to 20 years old. How's that leash feel? That collar, is it tight enough? How are your handlers today?
It's crazy.
Like, for all the threats you made on me, you said you was going to put me in a dungeon. Huh? Your old man threatened to stab me in the back, and you tried to get Piper to find out who I was and where I was so y'all can come kill me. Just like y'all did that. Now who said? Like, for all the threats you made on me, you said you was going to put me in a dungeon. Huh?
old man threatened to stab me in the back, and you tried to get Piper to find out who I was and where I was so y'all can come kill me. Just like y'all did that.
Now who said?
Yeah, that's the one where she was shouting over him so we couldn't hear who else they did.
And both
It
of
was-
them are in a box of fucking rocks, dude.
On Dr. Phil.
Y'all on that fucking
Dr.
Douglas
Phil
Boulevard.
and Marlena Crawford had parked by the road.
Right. You don't know shit. Mister don't know shit. Both of you are done learning about.
One more right here, guys.
Okay.
Oh, evidently not. Oh, there it is.
Did you know Candace was in fucking Wisconsin when Don was in Utah? You failed to throw that out there, didn't you? How come? How come you don't want people to know she was up at Chris Marco's in Wisconsin? You don't want to talk about it. Did you know Candace was in fucking Wisconsin?
And this one.
I'm sorry. What was that?
Did you call 911?
On what? Today? You think I'm gonna waste
No,
your time with
June
you?
15th. When
Hey,
someone went missing,
look,
did you call 911?
I'm not giving you or any of these other motherfuckers.
Well, that's those guys. We'll try the ones that she sent today.
It was triggered her. She didn't like that stuff. It was making her mad. So there might be some truth to it, just how she reacted.
Oh,
Right.
these ones that she's about to play get 10 times worse.
You dumb son of a bitch. Oh dear. Ron's doing this, dude. You are a fucking joke, bitch.
We ain't gonna have to. And that's why you hate on every person in the world. We ain't gonna have to worry about you. And we're back to Jody. We're back to Jody doing her fake ass scream.
Oh my gosh.
Remember, I don't never get sketched, man. I'm never sketched, but you don't remember who the fuck pulled up in that driveway in that red.
You're real fucking smart. You're real fucking smart, boy.
Listen to
Did you
that.
come up with that? Oh, baby. Now you see, there you go. You fucking pedo. There you fucking go. Talking about babies and spoons now. You just can't stop talking about children, can you?
Digging that grave.
Right,
And I'm gonna be
right.
there to watch them bury your ass.
Oh, I'd say you'll be watching them from a fucking cell, you piece
Piss on
of
your
shit.
fucking grave. when they do.
Oh, gosh.
Or piss on your grave when they finally bury your fucking ass.
Oh, well, you won't be the first. Get in line, Bobo.
Yeah, why won't I be in the first? Because you ain't know nothing but a bunch of fucking lowlights that hate your ass over there. Does anybody over there like you? Hell, fuck, nah. Why you in that box hiding out?
I ain't hiding no
Nobody likes your
motherfucking way
goddamn
that
ass.
shit.
Your own fucking family don't like you. Andy's family don't like you. That's why you was
Oh
kicked
my
out.
gosh. Oh
You didn't take your kids and choose to leave.
Oh
You
my
was
gosh.
forced to leave.
Oh, well, you're repeating lines from Crystal today, ain't you? And both of you are done learning a box of fucking rocks, dude.
On
Hey.
Dr.
Yeah, she gets real triggered. I think he knows a lot more than most.
Yeah. And this is the one about Chris McDonough. Maybe Jens can hear it this time.
Welcome back to another Sims 4 video. Thanks
Sorry
to
about
the
that,
Creator
guys.
Network for making this early access content possible.
They didn't let him, dude. Whatever.
Hang on, let me back this up.
They know that fucking TBI's about to put you and Andy fucking white, bitch.
They didn't let him, dude. Whatever.
This shit ain't none of this fucking shit. Ain't no fucking Benny Keys, man.
Mm-hmm. Okay, whatever. How's that leash feel?
Answer a question, man. You ain't answering nobody's question yet. You even got caught lying on Chris McDonough just a while ago.
No, I didn't.
Yes,
No,
yes,
I
boy,
didn't.
you just, that phone call's gonna fuck you up right there.
That wasn't a phone call, you fucking genius. And I played it while I was on a panel earlier. You're a
Whatever
fucking
the fuck
idiot.
that conversation was on a phone.
Oh, so
whatever
you
the
don't
fuck
know
that was
everything?
on,
Oh, so you don't know everything. Which
That
is it?
conversation,
Oh,
whatever you want to
where
call
did it
it,
happen at
like,
then?
you use
Where did that conversation take place, Green Eyes? Where did it take place? You don't know, do you?
Discord, probably.
It wasn't a call. Where did it take
Oh,
place,
wait,
Green Eyes?
everybody.
So he knows some people with the YouTube because he knows about Discord.
Right.
True.
I think there was one more or two more after those ones.
Jody Sue acts like a kindergartner. I'm sorry. How she acts. It's awful.
Yeah.
Don't she?
Yeah, she was definitely triggered.
About something. It's interesting, though. There might be a little bit of truth maybe in there.
I sent a clip directly to two separate trust.
Okay, I found it. Hang on a second. Let me pull up share screen back up. Sorry about that, guys.
Yeah, I believe I posted 4 of them today.
Yeah.
When are these from? Recently?
No, this was like a month or 2 ago, and she already hid everything. She hid everything.
It was the phone call with Green Eyes took place on Mother's Day. May 13th.
And would 100% know if this happened with Andy. One of my sources is a part of the team that was there. Both my sources confirmed me the situation didn't happen. See, that source hadn't even heard that was being said. One of these two sources said that Andy did get a little upset because the search dogs didn't have to put his dogs up before more dogs came through. So see, that shows you these people are present during the first day Summer's missing with the first search on actual properties, not the second time when they come back for pinpointed. And so triggered here is like he didn't lose his mind, though he was sure aggravated is what I understand. That's understandable in my opinion. No, it's not, because that don't even fucking happen either. I don't ever remember him getting aggravated. I honestly don't even remember the fucking asshole moving the dogs either. It was usually I or others. I made sure I had full permission to share and show the proof of me fact-checking the situation. I will leave the receipts clip that explains all this down below. Feel free to share it. Yeah, share misinformation. Sure. Go ahead.
Huh.
I'm interested in who the others are that moved the dogs.
Huh?
She said it's either her or others that moved those dogs. So I'm wondering who is the others and who moved the dogs off of Ben Hill 110.
Well, I don't think they moved them off the hill. I think she's talking about them pinning them up.
I'm saying, I mean, you know everything. That wasn't a phone call, so where was it? I mean, you know everything. That wasn't a phone call, so where was it? It's something that's been out there. It's something I participated in front of a live panel. It's been out there. It's something I participated in front of a live panel in front of thousands, you fucking moron. And I was sitting on a panel earlier replaying the exact same thing. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
You tried to run from the fucking
No, he didn't. I wasn't trying to run from shit, motherfucker.
I ain't answering none of his goddamn
And that interview was last year, very early last year. You're an idiot, dumbass. You are a fucking dumbass.
Let me ask you one question. Are you fucking retarded? Because if you're retarded, I'll leave you alone.
I mean, you don't leave anybody else alone. You're a joke, dude.
Are you retarded? If you're retarded, I'll fucking leave you.
Did your mama teach you to use that word? Or you just that uneducated?
Why the fuck you give
Why
me
the fuck? No, I mean, you can do whatever you want, but I'm telling you, after tonight, I'm changing it. So good luck to you.
I'm fucking retarded, y'all.
I'm done with you, dude. You're done. You're not amusing. You're fucking goofy as shit. You're a goddamn joke. And you're wasting my time, dude. Oh, so let me get this right. You know more about Benny Keith's brain leakage than you do about where that interview came from. Ha! Imagine that.
You ain't got no fucking marbles left up there, do you?
Maybe. I don't know. You tell me.
Andy done beat the marbles out of your ass. That's what it is.
Okay.
All that beat to the fucking head makes you fucking wacko.
Right.
You said it wasn't a drug, so it must be him beating your fucking ass all the time. But everybody else says you was beating his ass all the time and Dude's ass all the time.
Right.
He was the big tough guy.
Right. Whatever you say.
It's like Candace was whooping Don's ass, you was whooping Andy's ass.
Right.
You must have been the sticks with the dick, huh?
Right. You got I mean, see, you weren't raised right all the way around. You got a problem with every group of people known to man. You ain't nothing but a sad.
Okay. So what'd you think, Brandi?
They were interested. I've never heard all of them. I've heard maybe one of them, but it makes you think maybe there might be a little bit of truth. How Jody Sue gets so mad.
I don't know, but there's a lot of those in there where she talks over him completely because she doesn't want people hearing what he's saying.
Oh yeah, yeah. You can tell she's mad. She don't like what he's saying.
Like the one where he talks about the woman's going to burn for unaliving, and he says summer, but I believe he may have slipped up, and because in the heat of the moment he may have just said summer. He may have been correcting that to say Evelyn.
Right.
Actually, no.
No,
Because I posted another, I don't know if you played it or not, but there's another one where she and him are talking about the baby spoon, and he's in the background talking, but she's over him. So you can barely hear it, but he is talking about summer 100%.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I played that, but I didn't hear that part of it. Yeah.
Huh. He knows, he acts like he knows stuff about the case. I don't know if it's true, but.
Did you played the one with the rabbit hole, right?
I believe so.
So he was living with Andy and Jody Sue? Or
allegedly, that's what I heard through the grapevine. There was a couple of people up there, and I believe it was back when her brother was staying up there too.
Gotcha.
Before he passed away.
Right. Huh.
Yeah, because he actually just mentioned whenever he said her beating Andy and somebody else, but I couldn't really make out what he was saying.
I couldn't either.
Yeah, you said somebody else back in. I heard Andy.
Oh, yeah, you definitely. Kathy, I don't know, hon. I sent Jen a text the other day. I don't know where she's at. She's not called me or texted me back.
Yeah, I was wondering where she's been. I haven't seen her on your panel lately.
Well, you haven't seen her on my panel because you've been up here.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know. I sent her a text the other day and to check on her and to talk with her, and she never got back a hold of me. I haven't received text or anything. I don't know what's going on with her.
Well, Jen, if you're out there, I hope you're doing okay.
Well, I do too. Yeah, you heard the name Crystal. Let's see, where'd that go? Heard the name. They're talking about Crystal Spencer, I'm assuming, is who they're talking about.
That was, they say Dawn had a relationship with her. Is that the Crystal you're talking about?
Yes, Crystal Spencer. And evidently, from what I hear, that relationship was still going on after Summer got gone.
Really? How she was younger, right? How old was she?
She was probably about Candace's age. She's probably about late 30s, early 40s.
Oh, okay. I was thinking she was younger for some reason.
I'm friends with her mom on Facebook, and I haven't even thought to ask her mom how old she is.
She lived near, like, on Ben Hill or somewhere around there, didn't she?
Yeah, there was two different men. She has a kid with David Britt, and she has a kid with a guy named Eric something up there somewhere. But David Britt, I guess, I don't know if he's got both the boys or just one of them. But
now, David Britt lives in North Carolina.
Oh, he does now?
Yeah, he's been in North Carolina for a while.
Oh.
I tell you, I at the beginning, I didn't think Jody Sue had nothing to do with it, but I don't know. My opinion, she might have had something to do with it now.
That's me. That's why I started honing in on these phone conversations, because before now, I never thought, I thought she was just lonely and sitting up there and trying to get attention. But after these phone calls, I don't know. It sounds awful suspicious to me. Why is she so worried about what he's going to say?
Oh, yeah. I agree. She don't want Andy to talk. how she acts. I think Andy might know more too. Oh,
Oh, I'm sure he does.
yeah, I agree.
So, Brookee, what do you think about the Subaru being payment?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know about that one. I feel like that was more of a different kind of deal.
Think so?
Like people use his property to make drugs, and yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that's why the shed was so important, because even Jody Sue says that Andy met with Candace and then like as he was coming home. So I feel like that's why Don did meet at the shed, so that way they could get whatever they had in it and give it to him, and then him take it out to his mom's, because that's where Jody Sue said that he went out to his mom's shortly, after that, and then because he allegedly found a bag on the ground of drugs. But yeah, I believe that's what that was all about.
That would make sort of sense, but that brings up something I heard the other day. I heard somebody ask a question. Okay, Jody Sue says that Dawn and Andy both arrived home about the same time, correct?
Yes.
Dawn went down to the building.
And so did Andy.
Oh, did he? I started to say, so how did she see them pull up? How does she know when they got there?
Yeah, because she says that he talked to Candace before he got to her. So, and already knew what was going on. So
That's weird.
Right.
They
Yeah,
can't get this straight.
I've always thought it was strange that Don couldn't figure out if he went in the building or not.
Right. I agree. I thought it was strange too.
I mean, your kid's missing and you don't know if you got out of your car and went and checked inside of a building.
You would know.
he ain't gonna say that he was in there doing drugs. I mean, or making sure the drugs were getting gone. Does anybody know if that they had a yellow vehicle, like a yellow car, not the SUV, but the yellow car?
I think Dudley had a yellow car.
I thought he had an SUV like Jody's.
Yeah, they were yellow. Both of them were.
Yeah, but no, this was an actual like car.
Oh,
did her kid have what car? The yellow car?
I
no.
haven't heard the yellow car.
No. Okay, because there was one. There was a red SUV passing during H's interview, which I'm about to post here soon. And then there's a yellow car, and it actually like kind of makes like it revs up the engine a little bit as it's passing by. And I actually caught Allie and the great grandbun watching that vehicle. So it made me wonder if that's who that could have been, was Jody Sue.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Jory says, anyone else starting to wonder who AB and JSB named their son Damien after? Maybe she is practicing the occult.
That's a good question. I never thought about that, but that's crazy. John, you hear that? How they named him again?
David Dawson had a yellow Subaru. Did he? But he's been gone for a long time. Well, not gone, but you know what I mean.
Oh, did he have a yellow Subaru?
That's what Rhonda Moon says.
Huh.
I find it really funny how it's in these recordings. You could hear her clear as day, but on her live streams on her YouTube channel, I can't understand a word she says. I have explained this before. Now, granted, she was probably mad and agitated and we've all talked about that, is when somebody gets mad, they talk faster, they talk louder. We were talking about that when we were listening the other day to these. But also, guys, you have to understand this. And if I'm wrong, Lord, forgive me. But plain and simple fact is, before Andy moved out, before Jody Sue started getting her own money, she only had medication that the doctors gave her. After Andy moved out and she started going on YouTube and getting all these cash apps and PayPals and whatever money she's getting, she now has her own money to buy whatever she wants to buy. And the more you buy of a certain thing, the slower your speech is going to get. Because you're not able to talk. You're too incapacitated. Plain and simple. I've seen.
I think it's might be that, but I also think she's kind of like the selective hearing. She only wants to be heard when she wants to be heard.
Right. Well, she's imitating somebody that's really, really took a lot of medication. If that's not the case, trust me. It's a wonder you don't sit there and watch her nod out.
Yeah. I think she's
I felt
on
like we
something.
have a few times, to be honest.
You think so?
When she zones out, yeah. Or when she puts her head down and kind of closes her eyes, I feel like that's when, yeah.
Honest Rage says, I've always had a fentanyl vibe. Well, I've never been. Go ahead, Brandi.
No, I was going to say she's on something. I don't know what.
I've never been around people on fentanyl. I mean, except for my brother, but he was in hospice at the time. But other people on other drugs, I have been around, and trust me, it's some type of a downer. Probably with the medication she's getting, she's probably also getting either Klonopins or Xanax bars. And either one of those would cause that.
Or morphine.
Morphine?
Yep.
John Davis says Xanax.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I believe Jody Sue does Roxycontins myself. Well, she might, but depending on how her body reacts to pain medication, it wouldn't slow her speech down.
Right.
And I mean, unless she took a whole handful of them.
I think it's a downer. I think it's like Xanax or something like that.
Xanax or Xanax bars.
Yeah.
Klonopin, something like that.
Yeah.
Now, didn't a while back, when the whole Toyota truck thing was a thing, didn't she say that her parents got rid of that?
I don't know.
Because she's driving it.
Is she?
Yeah, I sent you the image. Because it was right behind her.
I don't think I got that.
Hold on.
I'm pretty sure I didn't. I've got 1, 2, 3. I only got 4 emails from you today.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about that. That's crazy.
Yeah, I just got 4 emails today. Oh, Dixie in the mountains. It's been a while. Subutex or Klonopins. Oh, everyone here on Subutex and Klonopins. I take Klonopins for PTSD. It doesn't slow you down, not if you take it constantly.
Oh, yeah, she's taking more than what she's supposed to if she does get it. You know.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure that that's true of any drug it is.
Right.
Because somacomas, Melissa, I haven't heard that in a blue minute. Let me tell you, that was my first thought. Somacomas, for sure.
What's that? It's like a sleeping pill, or no? Is it for your?
It's a soma is a muscle relaxer.
Oh, okay.
And people used to take 3 and 4 of them at a time. Had a sister-in-law one time that literally tried to jump out of the car while we were going down the interstate because she was in a soma coma and didn't realize where she was at. And she was trying to get out of the car.
Wow, that stuff's awful.
I sent it to you.
Okay.
There is a difference, though, how she talks normally and then the recording. You know, we just.
Oh, yeah. I noticed that from even just the Facebook pages.
Right.
Or the posts, you know, she had put on Facebook. She could talk just fine back then.
Well, she was also drinking, too. I don't know if she's drinking as much now, but she was drinking a lot then.
Oh, well, mixing that, the two together, that's not good. You know, she's drinking and taking stuff.
Right.
And I think that's why she deletes everything because she forgets what she says. So when we all call her out on it, that's whenever she's like, oh, like.
That's a good point. She might.
Well, evidently that she deleted the other day that those conversations come from. Here's this red truck, guys. Nope, that's not it. Where'd it go? Crap. I just had it pulled up. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, because the yellow one's still out there too.
Can y'all see that?
Yes.
Okay. Let me know if you can hear it. See the red truck?
Uh-huh.
What the hell that's about?
I don't know, guys. Drinking can make side effects of medication worse.
I agree.
Hi, Dixie. Jody Sue. Is that Jody? Oh, that's Judy Sue. Yep, orange Fanta.
I can't believe she didn't get in trouble for that mess she said about Andy. You know, the whole story about.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I believe she will. Like, this is my opinion on that whole thing. Oh, she's gonna. They're all gonna. But like they said, this case is bigger than what they've even expected. So, I mean, they have to have every duck in a row before they can do anything.
Right.
Are you from there, Brookee?
Heck no, I'm from Indiana.
Oh, okay. Just
It is
curious.
weird. Like, she goes out there and says something like that. Just think if somebody else said that. They'd probably be arrested for misinformation.
Are there two red trucks in Harsh's video, Dixie? Thought Jody Sue was not supposed to, or we're going to go with Andrew Hiltz's call, what he calls her, huh? I thought Judy Sue was not supposed to be driving. I don't know. I haven't heard that.
I haven't either.
Okay, hold up. Jose is dead. Chasing Truth called the morgue. We know for a fact he is dead. Well, why are they going to tell Chasing Truth? So that goes against the HIPAA whatever.
Well, but yeah.
They can't tell her something like that.
No. No, not unless your family or they ID you. I wouldn't think they would.
You're in the medical profession, right, Brandi?
Yeah, I was.
Okay, that's what I thought.
HIPAA violations, you wouldn't be able to do that. They're strict. You can't give any personal information over the phone. I know when I worked as a nurse, you have to have a pin. Like if they called in about their family member, they had a 4-digit pin.
You there? Did you break off? Brandi. Okay. April says it's the wrong age and it is not Jose, I promise.
The only ones that can actually verify that is his parent or family.
Right. Which would be his son. Yeah.
They started playing 2 feet.
And usually when it comes to the morgue, they have to have some kind of identification to that person. So whether it be in the last of their social, their date of birth, or if they fax, you can fax to a morgue your information of their information to them, and then that's when they can actually release that. But
yeah. It's not my fault. Keep doing it.
What's going on, Brandi? Nana, do you remember the night in your chat a lady said her sister worked for Facebook and said TBI gave them Facebook the go ahead to duplicate all her content messages? Do you remember that? No, Jaquette, I don't, honey.
Did you tell her?
What? Yeah, you're right. I remember her talking about Dawn driving her around. I don't know. I remember maybe something about her saying Andy has to drive her everywhere. But I remember specifically about Dawn having to drive her to work.
Hey, Nana. John
Yeah.
says boot Brandy so she can come back.
Are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah, hang on a second. Okay, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Randy, hang on to it for a second for me, babe. Just 1 second.
Okay. Yeah.
Sorry about that, guys. You there?
Yeah.
I'm here.
Okay.
Now that I recall, somebody did mention that Jody Sue wasn't supposed to be driving or whatever. I do remember that that's kind of why she was complaining, because Andy would take off with their vehicle, but there'd be another vehicle there, but the key was on the other vehicle. So that's why she always had to go and ask Candace or Dawn to take her to the store, which usually used to be Candace taking her. So that kind of makes me wonder why, if maybe it was Jody Sue or maybe it was Marlena with her that day of that video with Summer sleeping in the back allegedly.
I still say that was Marlena. I swear to you.
The nose are similar. So, I mean, very similar. In my opinion.
Me and John did a video about that.
Did
about, yeah, the voice of the cut.
Oh, yeah, where you guys were comparing the voices? Yeah.
Yeah. It's hard to tell. I don't think it's grandma. I really don't get to.
What?
It's definitely not Grandus, no.
But that's who it's supposed to be, but I don't think it.
Well, I'm still trying to figure out what happened to the red truck that they found that was titled to the 100 Ben Hill Road.
I'm not sure. I don't know if they did that. I'd like to know.
A few months back, I found out. So the land that goes to the right of Dawn's,
yeah,
like closest to Beach Creek, it actually went up for sale a couple months back. And I found that very odd, because if technically all that should still be a crime scene, technically.
Yeah, it should, shouldn't
it? Yeah, it definitely should be. So either they know either Summer's not there, or yeah, I don't know. And I don't know exactly who the property owner is, but it's to the right of Dawn, so closest to Beach Creek. And
well, if you come down off Dawn's driveway, though, if you come out of his driveway, if
you go left.
Right, okay,
my bad, left.
You go left to Beach Creek.
But if if you're standing in front of it, it's on the right.
Oh, okay.
So it's all that wooded area is up for sale.
Well, that's really odd. Yeah, that you would think that they couldn't sell it or do anything with it until they find that baby. And who in their right mind would want to buy that piece of property?
I'm not sure. I thought Don and them owned it, honestly, but I guess his goes farther, like south of his house. So
no, he's supposed to around to the front shed where he went to the day that she went missing, come back down and turn up on Ben Hill and up that way. He owns all that. Because when he did that drive through that day, he was naming, he was pointing at it, and he was naming, we own all this and this and this.
But yeah, to the right of their driveway, if you're going up it from the mailbox, it's that right side is all for sale.
Wow.
And it's still actually for sale.
Brandi, would you go up there and buy that piece of property knowing what went on up there?
No, I wouldn't.
Oh, geez. Brandi, why are you popping up again? I've got 3 of you down here
I don't
now.
know. I keep on coming out. And I try to. Can you beat me out, Toby? So I can read.
Can I what? Can I
Boot her out?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Okay, kick you out of studio. Hang on, I'm kicking all of you out. Kick you out of studio.
I don't know what's going on.
And kick you out of studio. There. I kicked all 3 of them out. Lord, if we left her in there, she must be it must be after midnight and she's drinking something because she's popping out just like the gremlins do.
Must be a Harry Potter thing.
What,
From
gremlins?
Joe Sue. No, from Joe Sue. The
Oh.
Harry Potter witchcraft stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, good. I don't know what's going on. It kept
Stop
on-
drinking the liquid, Brandi. You're turning into a gremlin.
Sorry, y'all.
You just keep multiplying.
I
Yes, I
know.
would, Nana. I'd bulldoze it to the ground and start a children's home.
Yeah. I don't know if I would buy the land. No. I don't think I would.
Okay, Bob G says HIPAA laws protect the deceased person's cause of death and medical information for 50 years after death. I just looked it up, but all Chasing Truth did is ask if he had died. Okay, thank you, Bob G. Appreciate that.
That's good information.
I thought so. I didn't think that somebody could just call a morgue up and say, hey, is my favorite uncle dead? Oh, do you got proof he's your uncle? Well, no. But he's supposed to have left me $1 million if he died. That's what I want to know.
So can they verify? Is he saying they can verify if they're dead, but no other information, or no?
No. It says
Okay.
laws protect the deceased person's cause of death and medical information. So, but Bob, does it mean they can tell, yes, he is alive or he's dead, but they can't give out why?
That's what I was wondering. If they can confirm he's passed away.
Is that what they're saying, Bob, or do you know?
Maybe he might know. So hopefully he'll let us know.
Oh, he will. Bob's a pretty good guy when he wants to be. Love y'all. My phone's so hard to text. Oh, remain calm. We understand, honey. How is your baby girl doing, honey? Prayers for her. Prayers for you. April, I'm not sure. I think that maybe have been an accident. Oh. Well, talk to me, Brandi.
I'm here. What do you want to talk about?
I don't know. Tell me about your week.
Doing okay. Had a lot of car issues trying to get a sticker. We finally got one today. One thing after another. Had to get tires. Had to get brakes. So we've been fooling around with that all week.
Rake's Funny Farm. I think it's what it says.
I got a limit. My car I bought.
A family member can get the cause of death, right? But Chasing Truth is not his family member,
right? That's what I'm wondering. Well,
and you have to prove that you're a member of the family.
I really wonder if he actually passed away. They say he did, but I would like proof,
Right. Rockin' Robin says HIPAA laws cover for 50 years after his death. Right,
Yeah.
but what we're trying to find out is, can you still find out if he's dead or not? We understand that you can't find out what he died of.
I could probably Google it, but I don't want to mess up again and pick
No,
myself.
you're fine.
Somebody might be able to Google it and find out.
Well, that's what Bob G was doing. I don't know if he just put that in there and went away or.
So I guess Green Eyes know Jody Sue pretty good, or they know each other.
Right. Which that was one of my questions to him when I was talking to him was how would he know about any of this or know these people if he's not from here?
Right.
Like how did he get the pictures of Don Wells in the white truck taking those other pictures?
Right. And how Jody Sue and him talk, that makes you think they know each other. You know what I mean? So.
Oh, well, y'all can ask Chasing Truth. She done it and she got the information. I guess his family called them and let them know it was okay to tell her, get up with her. She can explain it better than I can. Oh, well, I wasn't saying you wasn't telling the truth, honey. I was just saying I didn't understand how it would have worked with the HIPAA laws being what they are.
Right. I was wondering the same thing. I didn't think you could get that information. Unless I'm missing something.
I dropped the link, Brookee.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure they can confirm if someone died or not, but that's the only information that I found in the quick search I did. Well, I appreciate it, Bob G. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Where's John Davis at? He's in the kitchen where his little ice belongs.
Yeah, he went back inside.
Ain't that right, Brandi?
Yep. What do you think, Nana? Do you think he's still here, or he actually passed away, Jose?
I don't think he did. I think he's still here. I think he might have some information. I think, and this is just me, my opinion, my whatever you want to call it, my imagination. I think he might be wound up in the witness protection. If this case is as big as everybody's trying to make it out to be, that it's taken this long to do this. If it is involving multiple people as far as trafficking children and all that, then I'd say he is in witness protection.
Maybe, you never know. I think there is more to the case than what we know, definitely. I'm hoping law enforcement's working on it to put it together as a case.
Most crisis actors always die when the story gets out of hand. Okay.
Yeah, definitely a good point.
I'm a little behind, or you're a little behind, Christola?
I just don't understand because there's hardly no information about him passing away. Like I've Googled it, tried to find an obituary and everything. Which I guess somebody that passes away don't have to have an obituary because it costs money, but there's like no proof. So it makes me wonder, you know.
Do I think Allie's kids are in the witness protection program too then? No, I do not. Why would they be? Her kids weren't reported as deceased.
I know Allie quit talking too. She used to talk a lot about the case. She hasn't talked about anything in a while on YouTube. She's gone quiet.
Why are obituaries put in papers? Why, when the obituary is put in a paper, it's by the family's request.
Right. Not everybody that passed away has the obituary.
Okay,
I didn't know this, but you got to pay for obituary, and it's kind of pricey.
Yeah, it is. Trust me, I know. In 2015, that's when my brother passed. Christola says, but Nana, when my sister-in-law died, my something wanted to know cause of death. She was scared to call. So I did. Told the coroner I was something and didn't even get my name. He told me what she died of. So I don't know. Wow, really?
I guess it just depends. Maybe you get a quarter that doesn't go by the rules. You know, they could probably get in trouble. I don't know why they would give that information out.
I don't either. Where's Summer says Chasing Truth has a on her channel talking about it. I would suggest y'all to watch it because she explained all of it on the live when she called them. It's very confusing. Trust me.
I would definitely check it out.
I believe you. I believe this whole thing is confusing, sweetheart.
It,
Absolutely.
that's why we do, do what we do just to get information, trying to find out what's going on.
The real Rockin' Robin says, in my opinion, I think we will be seeing a lot more arrests and children being removed from unfit parents. I would hope so.
Yeah, I agree. I do too.
When did he allegedly pass? May
Oh,
something.
yeah, I believe it was in May. Does anybody know when he allegedly passed?
I don't know the exact date, but it seems to me like it was around Mother's Day, somewhere around there. I'm not for sure. Though. I would have to look. John might know. I could ask him. Hold on.
Yeah, it could be that the family just didn't want the information put out there. Are we talking about Judy Sue here? That's why she has a YouTube channel, so she can stay in charge or in control of the narrative.
I find that kind of interesting because she was pretty quiet when Don was out of jail. And then
Yeah.
when he went to jail, she opened right up.
Right. Corey says, I live in a small town and the pastor is the coroner.
Yeah, because he allegedly passed in California. And then they were trying to do a GoFund to get him back to up north, upstate. So I don't know. I can do some digging. I have access to some stuff, so I can dig.
Right. Oh, Rockin' Robin says May 26th.
Awesome. Thank you.
We're here, Flip Flop. It's okay. Corey, you mean corner? I read corner, so I'm assuming it was spelled close enough. If you misspelled it, they just found 70 missing children in Dallas, Fort Worth area, ages 18 to 10. Dang it! I mean, that's a great thing. It'd have been nice if they'd have found some that was 5 to 18. Maybe a few of these 5 and 6-year-olds that are missing would have been with them. I still can't understand. They started in 2020. I believe it was in January 2021 to February 2021. They found 150 kids that were missing in the state of Tennessee. But they can't find one little girl in 14, almost 15 months now.
Well, there was I believe like 2 other girls younger than Summer who's came up missing. I think one has been found, and then the other one hadn't been found yet. But there are more and more every couple days. If you keep checking on the Tennessee one, there is more and more keep coming up, just getting gone, just vanishing.
Well, I believe they said there was almost nearly 200, I think, in the video I did. And it was Operation something. I don't know what's going on. It keeps kicking me off. I will stay in chat. Okay, Brandi. Sorry about that, hun. But I did a video on it. It was Operation something. And they had, but like 90 of those kids that they did find out of the 150 were foster care children who were in the CPS's custody. But they rounded up, and they weren't just like here in the state of Tennessee. We're talking they were spread out across the United States. And in a month, maybe 2 months' time, they found 150 children that were missing from the state of Tennessee. But in 14 months, they can't find one little 5-year-old, 6-year-old little girl or what happened to her. And we're talking it was TBI, FBI, and other big agencies here in Tennessee. that combined the resources to do this operation, whatever it was called. But they can't find one little girl. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm tickled pink that they found the 150. But come on. Why can they not find one little 5-year-old, one 6-year-old?
Well, it's just kind of like up here, they still haven't determined where the kid in the suitcase they found up here, where he came from, any lead to family. I mean, with DNA technology, they should have already had that, but somehow they don't have anything on this kid.
Yeah, Tennessee is a hot spot for trafficking. From what I understood, Brookee, they said that they believed that child wasn't even from this country. They believed that it was from another country.
I've said that from the start. He was probably part of the child trafficking. I mean, there's a few of them, I believe, that have been. So
right.
They're probably not going to find Summer if she is in a rabbit hole, we'll call it. They probably won't find her. I mean, until some land comes down or somebody gets some property and then runs across. I mean, or unless she is being held somewhere with
Right.
somebody. I mean,
is that the real Jody Sue, Christola? If it's the real Jody Sue, don't kick her out. If it's the real Jody Sue, come on up on panel. I would love to talk to you. But you have to talk. You can't mumble. You have to be legible or coherent. But if it's just a troll, yeah, go ahead and kick them out. I know it's probably not her, but if it is her, I'd love to have her up on chat or up on panel. Brookee, nothing more has been said about the child in the suitcase?
nope. And that's another thing. Like, most of these missing children, nobody gets any news media, nothing. I mean, they're just kind of just pushed to the side. And I don't think that's right, because the people that are being media and national, I mean, just national media, they're making money off of it. But yet all these other kids are just kind of just a brush under the water. Like, it's not convenient. It doesn't make sense.
Right. Okay, Holocene, make fun of me. You know, I get upset sometimes and say the wrong words. Legible. Well, come on. She can't be more, whatever you would call it when you're talking than she would. Could you imagine her writing something down while she's doing a live? Come on. It wouldn't be legible either. And I can't think of the word. Brookee, do you know the word that I'm trying to say?
I don't even, what was the,
Okay, if you're writing something down and somebody can't read it or understand it, it's not legible. If somebody is speaking and they're not speaking correctly, or you can't understand what they're saying, they are not. What is that word? Holocene, tell us. Oh, I'm on point. Okay. Who's going to be loud and obnoxious? Me? I'm not going to be loud and obnoxious. Coherent? Okay, so I did say coherent. Okay. On one occasion on Jody Sue's channel, she once said that if she had a child that was disabled, she would, oh man, the child, did anybody else hear that besides me? I did not.
oh yeah, we all heard that. And not just that, but she was talking about like pushing the kid off of the cliff and stuff. Like, who talks like that?
Nobody.
And yet you have your kids. Like, you shouldn't have your kids.
Yeah, Jody Sue, if you are listening or you're running your own live, you can keep running your live and still come over on panel on here. You will be treated with respect, but you'll be treated with straightforward questions just like everybody else is.
But she won't answer.
Well, I doubt that she'll answer. I doubt that she would have the shit in her pants to come over here. B Sue is too chicken to come up. Oh, see, I just said that. Too chicken to come up here on panel with all of us out here because she knows we're going to call her out on her lies. But when she's on her private page, you know she can ignore you, right? She will not come up unless you agree to run her Cash App or PayPal. Sorry, I don't run nobody's Cash App or PayPal on my screen. If I run anybody's, it's mine, and that's a very, 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 very seldom, and I don't see any reason for it anyways. So I love you too, Susan Cooper. See, I'm not giving Jody Sue 1 penny of her on her Cash App. He can forget about that, I guess. It's literally pouring rain here. Too bad this isn't in Texas. They have serious drought there. Oh, wow.
It's crazy too, because everybody asks her questions of stuff she has said.
Right. I wish I could get green eyes on my panel too. So Daryl Jacobs or Daryl Potter or whatever else you may be calling yourself these days. Let's see how many you've got. Green eyes, Lone Wolf, Daryl Jacobs, Daryl Potter. I know there's a couple out there that I'm missing. If you would like to come up on panel, I would love to have you. I know we've had our
Has
problems.
he been recently on YouTube? Has anybody actually seen him?
Well, honey, it wasn't too long ago he changed his name. So he had to have been on there to change it. That's how she does people. Ain't it, Sauerkraut Sue? Oh, sorry, I meant Jody Sue Brown. Don't block me, please. Jody Sue ain't got the testicular fortitude. You wouldn't be blocked. Those are real words. Those are medical terms. You ain't going nowhere. Yes, I do remember that. Oh, shoot. And I bet you, I don't know if I saved that one out in the file or not. I've got to dig that up and show it to people. I know I said I was going to use it in my next video, and I forgot to do that.
I hadn't actually checked to see if captions popped up on the videos that I posted. Because I did them right before I came on. So I definitely want to try to hear what he was saying in that background when they were talking, because he was talking about Summer, a kid spoon, and then she goes over him talking about, oh, you're a pedo, and there you go with the baby spoon, blah, 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 like trying to talk over him. He is saying something, and it's got to be a key. Like, it has to be something that's part of it.
I believe so too. I really do. That was the whole reason I wanted to discuss that, because what he knows something more than what he is letting on.
When he comes out and goes, you guys will be arrested, blah, blah, blah. We all know about your child porn. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that was a big red flag, because that wasn't the only person that allegedly spoke on that behalf of her. There was someone else that has said that about her. And then with her videos prior, if you think about it, she's sitting there talking about that kind of stuff that she caught Andy doing over time. So it kind of really does, it makes a bigger picture, but I don't know how to put it all together, because half the stuff it's gone because she hid it.
Right.
So there's bits and pieces that are throughout every video that she's ever made.
Yeah, hang on one second, hon. Nana7, if you're trying to give us a link about Jose, you're going to have to either email it to me or email it to one of the mods so they can put it up. Jaquetta, he does say the child P ring. He says her and Frank Light are running one. Charlie K, I'm blocked over there, but you might be able to tell her I saw you before, or did you finally get put in a box? Huh? Oh, okay. Something personal, I guess. Oh, remain calm if you're still in here. Kathy's going after you, man. I can tell that secret talk. Brookee, Jaquetta said, yeah, that's what she heard.
Yeah, he says. I mean, he says it loud and clear. She didn't get to speak over that one. That was pretty good. But I'm trying to figure out, why was she on Jackie Dobbs' property when it's on the other side, closer to Dawn? And then on top of that part, though, she says that the cameras, because of him, that she wishes she would have never moved him because of him. I don't think she did move them. She said there's more in the holler.
Right.
And if somebody was to seen them, if they, they would have known where the cameras were. She says a lot that means a lot. It's just in Joe Shu language. It's just, awful.
Right.
But I believe there is a lot more connection of her. I mean, she has made herself into this and then wants to blame everybody. But she came to YouTube. That's her. I mean, it's all on her.
Christola, Alicia P is blocked off my channel. She should not be. Can you please fix that? I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to unblock somebody. Yes, I know that Elisa, it's Alicia or something like that, but it looks like Alicia P. She says she's blocked and she shouldn't be.
And when she said that Andy kept her there so she couldn't leave, like a hostage or whatever, I believe it's because she was going to his work and stalking him. I mean, she was making an ass out of herself, but on him as well.
But that would go back to, how was she getting to his work if she doesn't drive?
Well, I mean, there was Candace and Candace's vehicle. She's mentioned that she's drove them as well. The extra vehicle that was over there.
Right.
That wasn't, they didn't have just one vehicle. She admitted that as well. There was other ones, but he had the keys on the one key ring that he took when he would leave. So, I mean, there's more to it. And I feel like that's kind of why he didn't really leave anything behind, because of the shit she was doing. I mean, she sat there. I mean, half the times on her Facebook lives, they were in front of, near his work. And that's why she was always looking over, watching.
Right. Wilson, I think pretty much everybody in chat believes the way you do it. It says, how Kenny from the UK. Love this channel. Does anyone else think the same as me, in that Allie and Hunter, along with Candace, hold the real story of what happened to little Summer? I don't know about Hunter, but I believe Allie knows everything, because Candace would have had to have told somebody. Still not seeing it, 907.
Now, about the SD cards, she allegedly says that Dawn took them out. And I believe 110% that that's what she was going down to go do, not flowers. She was going to remove those cards, because if they seen that they had cameras, because they're going to see them, if they were doing searches, I mean, if they were all on foot searching, they were going to point out those cameras. So Jody Sue hurry up and got down there to take those out, so that way that they couldn't access those.
Right.
I mean, if they were hardwired, and then that's exactly what she was doing. I mean, she wasn't messing with the flowers. She had a purse, put her purse down. It made no sense. That's what she was trying to do, was hide those SD cards in her purse, and then meet up with Andy. But then Andy had all that stuff with her, from Don's shed, I assume, and then that's why he ran and she stayed behind to keep
Right.
them, and that's why the dogs hit her feet.
Right. Jaquetta, Dawn was going to give her the Suburban. Where'd you get that information? That she moved the cameras the day before the 15th. She told TM that?
Well, she said because of Dobbs, but I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. She's trying to use everybody else as a, like Don. But half of everything Don has said came from Jody Sue. He said my neighbor, everything, and then she's even admitted it. And then she prayed that he would go along with what she was saying. That was a key too. So, right. But on the vehicle, I bet he probably did say that as a payment to, keep everything on the down low. But like I said, once he went to jail, she started talking. She just kept going.
Right. I don't know. She's like Brandi was saying earlier. I agree 100%. At first I absolutely thought she had nothing in none of this. But the more I hear from you, the more I hear about those phone calls, the more it's starting. I'm sorry, it's starting. And I tell you another thing that's just really, and I don't believe a lot of people agree with me about this, but Damien running off to join the military before this ever goes to court, that to me is a red flag. I'm sorry. The boy had no interest in joining the Army before Summer got gone.
He might, just to get away from her. She did make him go get a PO on Andy too, which I found really kind of interesting because he got one shortly after she got one. And that's a method to her madness. That's just reality. But I believe a lot has to do with what had happened.
Yeah.
Andy does know more, obviously. And she's protecting that from the kids getting mixed into it on the truth probably being revealed because they're with her. So, he wasn't even, that was one thing too. He wasn't even underage when this happened.
Right. I agree.
And if somebody really did see him on that hill running or whatever, and Jody Sue being, who she really is, I could see that. But could he been the other when she said that it's either usually me that moves the dogs or others? Could the others be her son and God knows who else? But
right, exactly how I was saying. She says, bingo, Damien running to the military. All of a sudden, does that kid look like one that will make it in the military? No.
No, but she, how she also said it and how she acted about, oh, he's going to be so safe and da-da-da-da. I would never, in my kid's 5, but eventually, he'll get that age. But as soon as he would, I would never, I would be proud of him to do that, but I would never want to, say that out loud. Like, oh my gosh, he's going to be safe and sound over there. No, not at all.
Yeah, because don't get me wrong, people. I give kudos and thanks to each and every military person out there. But we know what happens to the people, the brave that get out there on the front lines. And sometimes it's not even the enemy that's doing it to our soldiers. Sometimes it's us that accidentally does it, or sometimes on purpose, maybe. I would never, my son did enlist. He did, but he was released because of medical problems, and it scared the living crap out of me. It literally scared me to death.
Yeah, you would have the more fear. And she, in that video, she kind of cried a little bit, and then she was kind of back to how she normally is. It's just a couple seconds, and then back to reality she goes.
Happy that's what I'm thinking. He's safe from law enforcement, or so she thinks.
Exactly. Bingo. Yes. And if he's over there, then Then does she not realize that if it does come out that he is involved, they will pull his ass. It don't matter where the hell he's at. They will get him.
Right. And Charlie K, I believe Remain Calm has proven, I may be wrong, but I think Remain Calm proved that he does have his high school diploma already.
And if he didn't, they will help get that for him. I mean,
Yeah.
he can do a GED real quick. And I mean, that's like a 2-day, 3-day thing. I mean, honestly, but either way,
A GED
if he
is one
goes,
day.
if he goes and they find out he's involved, they will go pull his ass out no matter where he is, no matter where he is.
Well, honey, if he's in the military and they find out he done something like that, he don't just go to regular jail. He'll go to the brig. He'll go to military prison. So they're screwing themselves up if he has anything in this. I promise you that.
And that's just allegedly speaking. Just allegedly.
Yes. If he had anything to do with this, he will be in deep stealth in the military. Fort Leavenworth ain't no joke. Exactly. That's what I was trying to think of when I said the brig. I meant Fort Leavenworth. Yeah. What happens if a kid can't make it through boot camp? I really don't think he can do it. Nothing happens. They make it. There's no choice. Now, the only thing they can do, as far as I know, and there's a lot of ex-military in here that can tell you the truth, but as best I know, is the only option he has is to run. And if he runs, he goes to Fort Leavenworth, especially during time of war.
Mm-hmm.
It's still on the books, folks. In time of war, if you go AWOL from the military, they can still literally hang you. That is a hangable offense.
I actually had a very dear friend do that, and he spent more than 10 years in prison just for AWOL.
Right. You go home if you don't pass basic, but what if they pass the basic and then go AWOL, or they pass basic and they told my son that he couldn't. Got to go for a bit. Peace, love, blessing. No, that wasn't what I was. Oh, dishonorable discharge if you can't complete basic training.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I mean, these are military people. They know more than I do.
Well, it also depends on what he's actually going for. I mean, he could have signed up for the Navy, Army. I mean, there's multiple things that.
Actually, 10% of all recruits flunk out of basic, and that is higher in the Marines and Navy. It's like going to the police academy. There are standards that have to be met for our Google me.
Yeah, you have to have like 20% 20/20 vision. I mean, there's certain things that you actually have are requirements. You have to do mental health. I mean, there's a lot of things you have to pass even before that even happens.
He'll fail any psych evaluation, I'm guessing. Yeah. Oh, I've got a question for you guys. What do y'all think about the new YouTuber that is on the Summerwells case, and he's bound and determined he is going to crack this case? And he just started like 2 weeks ago. Have y'all heard of him? His name is Johnny B. Live from Midland, Texas. And he called the Hawkins County Jail for the second time the other day, and he called them like 5 times in a row. Trying to find out what they have for breakfast, what time they serve breakfast. Oh, and the most important question, is Ronnie Lawson and Don Wells kin to each other?
They might be. Okay, so there's a long line for that one. I mean, there's a lot of Lawsons, let's be honest.
Sweetheart, they're really not. They're not, though. That's okay.
Well, they might be via marriage or something. Like, I'm just saying, like, or whatever.
That's what I was fixing to say. Yes, the Bernards and the Sherfies and the Trents and the Lawsons and the Goads, they're all intermingled and they're all distant cousins to each other. Don's stepdad was a Goad. Yes, he is a very distant cousin to the Lawsons. But Don is not blood related to Ronnie Lawson. So he's technically not his cousin. He wasn't even raised around any of, like his stepdad or any of them. He was raised out there in Utah. So technically, no, they are not cousins. Even if he was raised up here, he's technically blood not related to Ronnie Lawson. I just think it's funny that this guy, Johnny B, the first time when he called John Pruitt, and he informed John Pruitt, I know you're a good detective. Becca from the front desk told me you were. But I need you to answer some questions for me because now I'm on the case and I'm investigating it. And I'm thinking, holy Mac, we have all been on this case from the beginning and he's just now starting on it. And he thinks he's going to walk in and get this case solved in a month's time.
I mean, props if he can, but I doubt it.
Yeah, I told him, I give him, if there's any way I can help the man, I give him anything I've got. If we can find that baby or done what they've done to her. But I don't see it happening. I'm sorry.
Now, when you mentioned David Britt earlier, so yeah, I definitely did some research on him. A lot. I wouldn't. So you remember when Grandus took Jose to South Carolina?
Yeah.
Which is really weird because the place that he actually went to is where I'm actually originally from.
Okay.
But that's really not a long trip. People think it's so far away, but it's like 4 or 5 hours tops.
Yeah, it's not very far at all.
David Britt was coming to Tennessee in 2021 and in 2020. And he has connections with the Wells. If you look it up on Facebook, he's mutual friends with all of them. I wouldn't put it past to even investigate in that part, to be honest. I mean, in my opinion, he's got a little shafty background. So
who, David Britt?
Mm-hmm.
A little shafty background, honey. Him and
Yeah.
Mr. Robert are from Florida. And they were so bad and done so much criminal activity in Florida. That's why they moved to Tennessee. If you'll remember, Robert's daughter, I believe her name was Amanda, went missing. It probably 8 years ago now. It was 7 years ago when Summer went missing. She went missing at the age of 15 from a mall down there in Florida and has never been heard of since. No sign of being abducted, no sign of no foul play, no nothing. Just disappeared, just like Summer.
Yeah, but I was trying to be respectful. Like, it's shafty, but I wouldn't put it past looking in. I mean, you're supposed to look into everybody, right? I mean,
right. Yes.
And like I said, he was in Tennessee because if you go to like Facebook and the check-ins, it's Tennessee, and it tells you the year when he checked in. So I mean, it's something to look into.
Right.
Wouldn't hurt trying.
I agree.
But on Lawson's behalf, Lawson has 3, well, 2 that I know of, but I'm pretty sure that the one that they just had at the incident at the jail, I'm pretty sure the family, if they had family around there, that they'll probably prosecute them for what happened. But 2 of them, I do know, and I actually have the links still to this day, of Lawson being in so much debt for 2 incidents that happened. And I can send them to you so you can do something about it if you want. Like make a video or something about it. But yeah. So like the money thing, that was a flag to me too. If they did keep the money, if like the county or whatever got it, I would believe that that's what they put it for, was that debt. I mean, if Lawson was so connected with JSB, like she was saying, because he was on her Facebook or whatever, I believe she was a CI, period. But if you think about it, that's really making the county money. If they're allowing that crap to go on out there, that's making them money. So they don't bother that in a sad way.
Christola wants to know, do you have your channel? Can you drop your channel link so she can grab it? So when you're in here, she can put it up for you.
Okay. I don't know how to do that.
I'm sorry, Sally. Just type in. Go to your main channel. Hang on a minute.
They'll kick me out.
No, okay. I'll get it and I'll put it in chat. Who's on? Her name is Brookee. His Sally. Her name is Brookee. Hang on 1 second and I'll have that. You're just plain Brookee, right? You're not Abby Brookee.
No, it's just plain Brookee.
Okay,
You might have to go to like one of my videos I sent you and then do it off that way.
I got it right here. Here you go, Christola. Guys, this is Brookee's channel. Please go over and check it out and sub to her.
I've always done music, so I never really, but when I started realizing that I was sending clips to certain people and they weren't putting them out, so I was like, oh man, okay, fine, I'll put them out. So I started just putting them out myself. And
right. Like Rockin' Robin says, don't forget Hawkins County did get all that stimulus money.
Yeah, but where'd it go?
Yeah, nobody seems to can find that out.
Because they didn't have no money to help, pay for anybody to search. And even though there's people that were willing to do it for free, they were still trying to keep out. So what, there's something going on.
Right. Guys, it's just Brookee. That's it. I dropped the link. It's right above Corey, Christola, and right below Charlie. It's just Brookee. And baby dough money. I hadn't heard anything about that.
Me neither.
Come on, Julie Sue. Let's hear what you've got to say. Now we're calling her Julie Sue. There's no freaking way all those predators coincidentally live or associate with each other and are clueless. All lying, folks. I agree 100%, hon. There's just, Jen used to say that there was an actual ad on this is allegedly, guys, it's a joke, but there's an ad on, what's it called? Craigslist that offers for people like that to move to Hawkins County. Of course, up there where Dylan Rounds is from, you have to understand there's 200 people in that town and 76 of them are RSOs. So I think that Craigslist might have diverted them up there or something. Says I happen to know some Brits from Irwin, Tennessee that have Florida ties. Some members are interesting folks. I can't help but wonder if this could be part of the same family. It could be. Thank you, Flip Flop. They subbed to your channel, hun.
Awesome. Thank you.
So did Corey. I have some wonderful viewers in here and subs and mods and even my guests and guest co-hosts, and everybody's wonderful when they come in here. We've never had but one incident the whole time I've had my channel. The lawsuit against Big Pharma, babies and opioids, baby doe lawsuit, several counties local got money. Oh, I didn't know about that, Robin. Corey, the police blamed the father for untold years. He was cleared. Sadly, Patsy died of ovarian cancer without finding her daughter's killer. In the UK, the police can arrest people on suspicion. Is this true also in the US? No. There has to be some proof of some sort, or else Don and Candace would be sitting behind bars right now. Trust me. Well, we hope so anyways.
Now, one of the cases that Lawson has a lawsuit pending on or whatever, that he has money on, it was because there was an incident, and the incident caused them to, well, it took them forever to get there. So they're pretty much saying that he would have made it if they would have made it there quicker, but they didn't. And they didn't block off everything. So that kind of makes me wonder. I know that Cam and Allie did say one time that they didn't block much off because, I mean, they were able to continue driving and stuff.
Right.
So I'm wondering, like, yeah, like,
Are
I'm
you
curious.
saying the person passed away because?
Well, because they didn't, I mean, I'll just send you the link and then, yeah, like you can,
Okay. Well,
yeah.
there's another lawsuit against Ronnie Lawson, well, against the sheriff's department, where
Yeah, there's two.
deputies beat that man within an inch of
Yep.
his life.
I got that one too. I got
Have
that
you-
one, and then I got the one with the other incident that I'm talking
Okay.
about.
Dana Kay is asking you, do you have an investigative background?
Yeah.
Smart lady.
I've been
Dana.
helping with the Dylan rounds too, so.
Okay. Well, then let me ask you this. Or have you heard about the one where, and I heard about this case through, what is her name? Lips No More. What is that? I can't think of her name or the
Live
name of the
slop no more.
Yes, that one. Okay. There was a gentleman that the Hawkins County Police allegedly now, because
I'm gonna send you the link so you can pull it up.
They arrested this dude, put him in the cruiser, and I'm thinking there was two of them they put in the cruiser, but I know for this one guy for sure. They put him in the cruiser. They're transporting him to the sheriff's department. When they get to the sheriff's department, they get ready to pull this guy out. Oops, he's just gone. He was not in the cruiser. Guess where his body was found after summer got gone? At the end of Beach Creek Road a year later. Have you heard about that one?
Yes. Yeah. Cam went over that one. Well, when I seen it, that's the one he went over.
Right.
How, he was with a Hawkins deputy and then just magically he just disappeared.
He just got gone.
So there's a lot of corruption. But I don't know if you noticed too that they have said many times that they have been very low employed, not just dispatch, but law official as well. And then they just busted another one for being corrupt. Right. And yeah.
Well, but they can't use that excuse. They can't. I'm sorry, but they cannot use that excuse.
Oh, they can use whatever excuse they want. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. But that's whenever people like us get to expose that and then make it a bigger thing than just what they say.
Well, the plain and simple fact is they can't say they're understaffed, and that's why they're not getting anywhere in this case. Because the plain and simple fact is if they would just turn it over to TBI fully or turn it over to the FBI fully, they would have all the manpower they needed.
But then that also puts a bad name on them and that could shut them down, which it should probably be done, but
Well, I don't see that happening to the Fruitland Police Department. They're not getting a bad name. That police department in Fruitland, Idaho has 12 officers. Hawkins County is down 12 officers. Fruitland, Idaho.
But you got to do the population. How much is the population in Fruitland compared to Rogersville, or not just Rogersville, but Hawkins County?
I don't know. Let's check and see. What's the population of Fruitland? Hang on one second. Okay, it's 5,390.
For what?
For Fruitland, Idaho.
That's the population. What's Hawkins?
Hawkins County or Rogersville?
Hawkins, because it's Hawkins County.
Right.
I mean, it's yeah, so it's Hawkins. You just type, just put Hawkins County.
56,000. But that's the whole county, and Fruitland is just one town. That's why I was saying Rogersville.
Yeah, well, Rogersville don't have a specific law enforcement. It's a county. They go
do.
by count. Do they have the? Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. So what's Rogersville? Just Rogersville.
Rogersville has 4,412.
4,000.
They have 1,000 less than Fruitland, Idaho.
And there's 12 in Fruitland?
Yeah. Hang on, let me see how many police officers are in Rogersville.
Also check the county and like the sheriff status over there as well. In Fruitland. Because I mean, Rogersville or Hawkins County or whatever, I mean, they combine with Sullivan County as well, don't they?
Number of officers in Rogersville, Tennessee, 10.
How many is in Sullivan County?
Sullivan County or Sullivan, or Kingsport?
Well, yeah, Kingsport. I mean, I bet you they pretty much put that together instead of, since it's Hawkins County. I bet you. And then Sullivan County's border. I mean, you literally step on the other side of the road and it's Sullivan.
It's not giving me the easy answer like it did a minute ago.
Because they might rotate. They just might rotate them. And it sounds really weird, but I know that they do that up here in Indiana, so.
It's not giving me the answer.
And you said, but there was 12 in Fruitland?
Yep. No, yeah, there's 12 in Fruitland and 10 in Rogersville.
And that's just deputies, or that's like all their law enforcement?
That's police officers.
Well, okay, what about the sheriffs? How many sheriffs are there over there?
That I don't know. Hang on.
I do find it weird too that Ronnie is the only one that runs for sheriff, and like,
right.
That kind of speaks out a little bit.
Well, the same went for his dad too, honey.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, it kind of shows that they've always had the upper hand, is what I'm trying to say. Like,
right.
Yeah.
Dub.
I agree. We need a Grady everywhere in every state.
Absolutely. No, it's just given like arrest percentages and all that. Police presence over policing officers per population, 37%. Misconduct settlements, incomplete. Yeah, it's not giving numbers. You have to dig deep. I may look into that actually. Lawson holds back some charges people get to use to intimidate others for running against him. Right? Something I would really like to check into, and that's the simple fact that the person that came in the sheriff's office after his dad passed away and before Ronnie Lawson became sheriff, that dude only spent half a term and he unalived himself. Isn't that strange? Are you there, Brookee? Hello?
Yeah, I'm trying to. Yeah, I was trying to pull up. I was trying to send this over to you real quick. I was
Oh,
gonna send you that property too that I found that was for sale that I was talking about.
yeah,
One second.
she was meaning sheriff's deputies. Yeah. Police officers that's policing the county instead of just the city. And the lady who sends me all the wonderful pictures, guys, if she's in here, thank you so much. I don't want to say your name because I don't know if you go by the name that's on your email or not. So, okay. And no, Sullivan County is the county next door, but I do think there's some like wonky school zoning out around the Hawk Sullivan County lines. Hello, June, maybe Butterfly Beauty. We'll just call you June, okay? Welcome. What's a great question? Remain calm. I didn't see one. Guys, if y'all have questions, please put a Q by it so that it'll call my attention to it. They have 23,000 people in the Fayette County in Idaho. So
Holy moly!
Hawkins County has 30,000 more than them. What are you hollering holy hell for?
I said holy moly because that's a lot. But I did see that Tennessee has been busting out, like I don't know, from anywhere from 20 to I don't know 10 people, in between drugs and child trafficking.
Okay, Real Rockin' Robin says there's 260 deputies. Hang on one second, guys. Again.
Yeah.
Hey guys, Don B's on the phone. He said, "What was that question earlier we wanted to ask him?" Oh, it was about the caves, Don B. Is there any caves up there next to where 110 Ben Hill Road is? That maybe they could be sticking her and calling a dungeon.
No, I don't know. I really don't know. Now I do know there's some caves. They call them 5 caves. They used to be like huge caves where rock quarry place, but they filled all that stuff in. But I mean, there are like, I mean, I know some woods where I used to go caving in one. Remember that one I about got killed in?
Yeah.
I mean, it's in the woods, and it's maybe like a little 5 foot wide by 3 foot tall opening, and you just you just go down through it on your belly backwards, and then from there you just go down in the cave. But I mean, if
What do you call that?
You wouldn't know it was even there.
Right.
Would you call that a rabbit hole?
Would you call that a rabbit hole?
No, I call it a cave.
No, there's a conversation where they're talking about they put Summer down the rabbit hole.
Oh, I wonder then if there is a cave up in the area called the rabbit
Ernie
hole.
Shell said there was. That's why he was trying to get on the property.
Would probably be the locals like Scott H. that are from the Beach Creek area.
Yeah.
The kids that live in that area that go exploring, or people that have grown up now that used to do it, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like me, I mean, I didn't. I mean, I used to go have fun on the other side of Hawkins County.
Hang on one second, Don B, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. Dana K, Deputies, when we say deputies, we're talking about the city police. When you say sheriff's deputies, that means the police officers that work for the county, and they are all separate from the detectives. Is that not correct, Don B?
Well, Pruitt works for Hawkins County, and that is different than Rogersville City Police.
Right, but the sheriff's deputies and police officers are two different things, right? Regular deputies are for the city, and sheriff's deputies are for the county, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought so. Okay, Melissa's got a question for you. Are you sure they rented? Why are you so sure?
I can't comment.
Sorry, guys. Executive Lawson's dad was sheriff for 20 years. 1 month, or for 6 months, and now another Lawson has too much power. Right, I agree.
Well, people hate change. That's the reason why he's going to be sheriff probably until he dies.
You really don't think there's any other reason why has nobody ever run against him or his dad?
Well, I told you my theory, but I mean, I don't think anybody believes me because they would end up probably missing or dead.
Exactly.
I mean, who else is going to give people of in a certain business protection?
Right.
Hey, I kind of just went over that.
Guys, for the people who were asking, it was in my live the other day. It was something that was said, and it wasn't important. Don't worry about it. It wasn't meant to be said, I guess.
And that's not what. And don't take it as I think Ronnie Lawson is giving drug dealers protection. I'm just saying, it wouldn't be the first time. Like if he ended up like retiring and 5 years later he was arrested for doing that back when he was sheriff, would it surprise you? That's all I'm asking. Would it surprise you?
No, because they're making profit.
And just because we hear about it, we hear about it a lot. I mean, how much police corruption have you heard about in the last 2 weeks, 2 months?
Quite a bit.
How much police corruption in the local Tri-Cities area have you heard about in the last 2 months?
Not much.
No, Tri-Cities. I mean, Kingsport.
Oh,
a lot.
Yeah, a lot. I'm thinking Tri-Cities, like out next to Knoxville.
I was gonna say, I actually just sent you some stuff. It should be in your email.
So, but yeah, I mean, and here's the thing too, again, guys. I mean, times are hard right now, so people tend to do things they normally wouldn't do when times are hard.
That's true. A lot of people are in here saying you're doing a good job, Don B. And Melissa said that tells a lot, Don B, about you saying that you can't comment. So
Yes, we love you, Don B.
They all love you.
Love you guys too. Everything will come out in the wash, hopefully soon. But it just all depends on CPS and how long they want to drag their feet. I mean, me and you've tried to call them and get court dates and everything, and what have they said?
Exactly. They will not tell nothing. Charlie K says, bam.
Heck yeah, Charlie. Bam, right back at you, buddy.
Holocene says she loves you, Don B.
I love you too.
All right.
I love each and every one of you. I love Bob G.
Well, he was in here earlier. Did you see that?
Oh, is he not in there now?
Oh, I don't know if he's still in here or not. Bob G. Don B says he loves you too.
Anyway, yeah, we have our little feuds, but at the end of the day, I guess
just wouldn't be the same without the other one, huh?
No, I mean, it's just like you. I can't live with you and I can't stick you in a trunk.
All right, keep it up. Keep it up. You're asking for trouble, mister.
Make a pretty good YouTube buddy, you do.
I do a.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate
is
that.
Randy still on there with you?
No, they're having technical difficulties. But I did want to, you know that discussion we were having, the problem John Davis was having last night and I had last week. Yeah, that same thing happened again tonight.
Is it on their end or your end or
the technical difficulties? Hang on.
Oh. Don't worry about that.
I'm not.
I mean,
yes, I did, Corey, non-modded for Don B's live today. I did. How did I do, guys? I've never modded for anybody in my life.
I didn't get to see it, but I'll say you did an amazing job.
Oh, well, thank you, Brookee.
People were making it rain, and I thought it was for me, but it was for you. What was you doing, Myra?
Yeah, right. Right.
What was you up there doing?
You're so friggin' funny.
I think when I gave you a wrench, it was more of a pole, wasn't it?
Don B! I'm going to hurt you.
Now, see, I definitely should have been there. I would have paid to see that.
If you want to show her some support, give her some likes, make it rain, do whatever. She's a pretty good old gal.
Brookee said she would have loved to have seen that. She wished she'd have been there. She'd have paid to see that, me being on a pole, I guess.
But if you need anything, holler at me.
Okay, I will do, hon.
All right, see you.
All right, bye, hon. He wanted to drop in and say hello, guys.
So what I sent you, it might not all be in order, but you'll be able to tell what goes with what.
Okay.
And yeah, definitely trigger warning because it is brutal. But it'll give everybody a picture of what we've been really talking about and trying to say about everything, because there's a lot of money that needs to be made for that county in general.
Right.
So I wouldn't put it past anything that was happening out with any of the manufacturing of things getting just blown off or not even shut down because it was a profit.
Yeah.
I mean, Jody Sue even said it herself, how many times she's talked to Lawson prior to Summer going missing. They were close.
I agree, hon. So what kind of, do you mind if I ask what kind of investigative services you have been involved in?
Well, I've pretty much been all the research for, well, not like all of it, but a lot of it for a few people on Summer's case, and then Dylan Round's case. I do a lot of digging. Yeah, I have access that some people don't have access to. I can say that.
Well, that sounds awesome to me. I mean, are you not still with Doug?
No, I mod and stuff over there.
Okay.
But I mean,
thank you,
I
Melissa.
have been spending like a lot of time following that right there, and then I've done pretty much caught up to everything that I could provide right now.
Right.
And I mean, the pieces that I found were pretty helpful. So I mean, that kind of gave me the runaround to go back to let's get Summer home.
Right, exactly. And I mean, I want to find all the little kids, but you got.
Oh yeah.
There's something about Summer. There really is. There's just something that draws people to her. Thank you again, Melissa, so much, sweetheart.
Yeah, I mean, the day that it happened, I was I mean, I was literally glued to my phone every day, whether it was looking for something or listening to people. I mean, every day.
Right.
And sometimes, I won't lie, I've probably sat and cried for her and for everybody because it's very heavy. And then I get chills and stuff like thinking about like what could have happened. Like, could have Allie had something to do with it? Could have,
Yeah.
But
I go through all of that. You're
yeah,
trying to figure out who could have or who couldn't have or who had the heart, who didn't have a heart.
And I honestly cannot eliminate anyone, not nobody. I mean, everybody seems like they've either had a partake or they knew prior to what was going to happen.
Right. And see, well, okay, I'll have to find it, guys. Okay. So don't automatically holler. I need to see receipts. Okay. Cause I've got it somewhere. It's either in text messages or it's in my emails, but I have something and it's probably old news to a bunch of you, but there's a statement, something about, they're asking Allie why her and Hunter was with, hang on one second. Let me find it here. I'll read it to you. But that's what causes me to have second thoughts. About Allie and them and Hunter. And I would never would have said that if it hadn't been for this. Hang on one second. And allegedly, guys, this is allegedly. I'm not saying this is fact. I'm not even for sure where this came from, okay? Somebody else sent it to me, third party. It says, you tell me, why did Hunter and his mom go to your house the day they went swimming and Summer vanished? Why was Hunter driving the car and he hit Summer and Candace and Allison know what happened? Her teeth even were knocked out. So tell us why. What did you all do with her body? And then the other person says, I haven't heard about this yet. You should turn it in. They said, we have. Just a matter of waiting. Now people can see and understand why Allison and Hunter are being quiet and Candace is acting thick. That part I don't understand. What does Candace acting thick mean?
Like bullheaded?
But
and also she's been very, very quiet.
Right. Tina and I were talking one day and she was talking about the fact that she thought maybe because that truck supposedly, allegedly was parked out at the swimming hole all day, right? And
right.
She was saying, well, was there somebody else actually driving the little red car that day?
I've even mentioned that. I've actually said, what if they parked the truck there so it made it look like they were there at one point and had us driving up the hill. You're
breaking up real bad.
I mean, because that would explain. Huh?
Oh, you're good now. You were breaking up real bad, but you're good now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. No, but
I was saying, yeah, like I feel like that, and that might be why the person that rode with Candace from, in that truck video could have been like, somebody was following them and that's why they were, together. She rode with that Candace because somebody was following. Like she could have had a friend who drove the other vehicle.
Right. Well, the thing about it is I have those pictures that Green Eyes sent me of donwells, and we all know donwells. I don't care what was said later on, people, so don't start throwing that at me, okay? It was said by donwells himself that the morning that Summer disappeared, when he left to go to work, he got to the bottom of the driveway and there was a red truck off in the bank and a four-wheeler with a cop, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, there was a picture. Yeah.
And he took pictures of it.
Yes, and you can see his truck in from his side view mirror.
Right. The camera, it shows very well that it's the white truck he is in. So tell me, he's not going to go down there in the white truck to leave to go to work, say, oh, well, darn, I'm wasting that money just paying for that car. Let me run back up here and switch the car out. So what if he took the white truck to work that day? And that actually did happen with the car. She got hit.
Well, yeah, and then Candace went and took the Subaru to Dawn, so Dawn had the Subaru then, and then she took off with the truck.
Right, and that way they could claim that Dawn had the car all day, and it would
Right,
not have been
and Grandis's truck,
done.
and Grandis's truck would have been at the swim hole.
Right. And the police wouldn't have had a reason to have gone over the Subaru with a fine-tooth comb.
Right. And then, with Grandis napping, that whole thing, I mean, I believe she probably was asleep. And when she woke up, she probably was thinking it was prior to, because I've had those same shots. And let me tell you, they'll make you forget some stuff. Like, they don't just relieve pain. I mean, I'm sure she's on other medications too, but she did like to drink too. So there's on top of that.
Right.
But with her and Jody Sue both napping, and Green Eyes even calls her out and says, like, you don't know who went up there in that red truck or red vehicle, whatever. I mean, if you can replay it if you want, but he specifically says that. And she's like, oh, what are you talking about? Like,
right.
Yeah.
Well, I agree. Yeah. He says you're acting like you don't know who pulled up in that
right.
red truck.
But yeah, she said she was napping and she didn't have her glasses on. So really it was like a blur, but she could see a collar.
I don't know. I just wish they would take every dang one of them in and not let them out until somebody gives it up.
I mean, I found it weird too that, MC and her daughter was up there, and then her daughter didn't stay the night. She went home.
Who, Marlena's daughter?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I know that they are very close with Allie as well, and I have a video to back that one up.
Do they?
That's how I got the sound of her. That's why I sent it out to other creators, because at that time I wasn't I'm not a creator. I do music. That's all my platform is, my music.
The sound of who?
Of Marlena.
Oh.
I had a voice recording of her before somebody had a conversation with her and recorded it.
Oh, okay.
And I sent it out to people, but nobody, like everybody that I sent to, not one of them put it out or mentioned it or anything. They stayed on other subjects.
Well, and maybe I'm wrong about this, but honey, I never heard Marlena's name mentioned before I started making videos of her.
Now, see, I have from, well, I don't know, you have to go to Doug's and look at it, but he has all of them still up. They're all public. Everybody can go over there and look. I mean, I've been there since day one. Like,
so was she trying to get him to pay her too?
No, like not like that. No, we found out who she was. We found out who she was, and it wasn't really hard because there's an article that has her name, Amanda Bernard's name, which is Andy's sister, and then the list goes on, and I can keep naming. And Andy's sister is actually with her relation.
I've got her boy or her ex, the baby's dad, Marlena's baby.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. Well, I know a little bit about that, but I'm talking about Andy's sister's boyfriend. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They're all related. They're all connected. They all fit somewhere.
Right, I agree.
Very close. They're all Beach Creek.
Sorry,
like I said, I can send you all these too, so you can prove these receipts too.
Right. I mean, yeah, if you want to send them, that's great, honey. Yeah, I would love to have them.
Just so that they're out there for anybody that wants to doubt you.
Yeah.
I can send you the video too of her voice.
And I don't mind one bit giving you, credit for it or whatever. If you want me to, that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. Like I've said from the get-go, this is everybody's channel. It's so everybody has a platform to put their opinions and their ideas, their thoughts, theories, everything out here.
Well, the only reason I started posting them is because everybody that I sent them to, plus after editing them and all that, takes a lot of time. And then sometimes they won't even send the whole file to somebody through an email because it's, yeah. So
Yeah.
I just I found it easier to load it and then just tell everybody, hey, take them, use them, do whatever you want because they need to be heard.
Hey, his Sally's wanting to know, do you know Brad Wissom, Chase 423?
Wishing.
Yeah.
I did some digging onto that, but I mean, everybody's pretty much covered everything on his behalf. I still believe he is partially part of everything. I mean, Jody Sue still talks to him, and she can sit there and talk crap about him, but then she goes and talks highly of him, and so they're still connected.
Well, honey, what kind of creep would it take to want a missing child's shoe? Be willing to pay for it? Of course, he's got something in on it.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes I always think maybe he could have been that person in that vehicle that Don took a picture of.
Mm-hmm.
There's that thought that's came across a few
You've
times in my
not
head.
seen that guy?
Huh?
You've not seen the guy that was driving that red truck?
No, I'm saying that Don took a picture of because he said there was two people, right?
Right, the woman and the man.
Yeah.
Okay, well, the man.
What if there was a third person? Nobody knows about it.
Oh, well, true, yeah. That could be. Christella says you're an awesome guest, Brookee. You've got to come again.
Oh, thank you.
You are absolutely. I've enjoyed very much talking with you. Brad has.
Yeah, I kind of had to get over my little fright. I could go on Doug's a couple since this Dylan Rounds thing. But wait, I never been on for summer. I just was always in the background sending all this stuff, and then kind of explaining it. But then it kind of became a hassle because trying to explain some stuff that people don't even know what you're really sending them. They're just kind of like, what? And then it's like, yeah.
Well, it's
what I just sent you. If you open it, you'll see what I'm talking about.
It's one thing for like one, maybe two people to send you something, but
no, when people say that they have like 1,000 emails and yeah, that's me flooding them with a bunch of info.
Right. But it's not just you that does that.
No. But I'm saying like on like Doug's channel and stuff like all them over there, and they make jokes about it. But it's true. I mean, but I find a lot, and it's hard to. Yeah.
Hang on one second. Sorry, guys.
Now, in the Summer's toys things, I thought all her toys were already gone between the church and yeah.
Well, whether who believes her, who doesn't, Star says that she has been up there, and no, those toys and stuff are all still right there.
Okay. Well, I know that Robin. I mean, she claimed at the church that they all chipped in and helped clean and stuff. And
right. Now, this is about the guy that got beat up by the deputies.
Yeah, I sent you both articles. You'll notice by the print is different. That's because they're two different articles.
Okay.
You should be able to tell what I'm saying, like, because one of them's like bold and the other one's kind of like a thin.
Okay.
Now I did see that in one video, like where all the toys were just kind of throughout the whole like hill, up and down. But I mean, I don't believe that they stayed in a certain area. I don't believe, like all that. But there was also other kids after Summer was gone up on that hill too that were girls.
Right. For $1 million in damages. Is that the guy that came up missing out of the back of the car, the cop car?
No, that's the one I was telling you about. They didn't block off the road and didn't get there on time.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's all in that article.
Okay. In the mudslide. He was killed in the mudslide. Okay. Yeah, we'll definitely do a video on that. I'm sorry, but I think Ronnie Lawson, I don't care what people say, Ronnie Lawson could be doing more for this case if he would just get off his butt and do it. If he can't do it, if he's not competent enough to do it, then let FBI or TBI or somebody else take over the case. For heaven's sakes, let the U.S. Marshals come in and take over the whole county. Give it up, old man. It's time to go home and retire.
I feel like a lot of I feel like it's kind of like the Gabby Petito stuff. We have to, as a group and like us people, kind of push that to get out there to be, heard. Because I mean, it's not really been, besides not that long ago, what, her 1 year, it got on the news again, because it used to be on the news more than every 6 months. It was on there every couple, like every other month or whatever. Now it's
Yeah.
just kind of getting brushed away, like we've all said. If we don't push it, then it's not going to happen.
Right. If we don't keep their name and the faces out there, then it's not going to be. Yeah. Because Lord knows Tim Mullins sure isn't doing his job if that's what he's supposed to be doing.
And I find it really weird that I found out who actually he works for, Tim Mullins.
Who?
I can send you that. I'll send that to you, because that'd be a whole nother show.
Okay. That's fine with me, sweetheart.
But I will tell you, it's a woman.
Oh, wow. Are we talking about Carla Trent?
It's somebody that's in the film industry.
Oh, for the IMDb.
Actually, it's not that one, but like I said, I'll send it to you.
Okay. That's
But
fine.
yeah, it's definitely in the film industry. And if you think about real hard, how many missing cases or murders, like, just like the guy Petito, became a movie.
Yeah.
And a lot more are coming, that just like the whole sneakers and stuff like that, which
Yeah.
I just finished my course of decoding for tap dancing.
Yeah.
So I'm in the process of replaying those videos and trying to see if I can come up with what that code was.
See if the Morse code was actually real.
Mm-hmm. It's legit. There is a tapping thing. I can send you that so people can
Right.
actually see that it's legit. But
Okay.
there is there's a course you can take on it and learn each tap. It's actually based off of an old movie. So yeah.
Corey, I thought Lana Westbrook did a wonderful job for the PR for Monkey on my channel too. I really do. Mini Me says Daryl, aka Green Eyes, said in the very beginning that Don was a snitch and had been for many years and got out of jail that way. He said someone took Summer to get back at Don. Well, I've heard many stories about why Summer was.
Well, I mean, that's why everybody says that Benny Keys and Don know each other, because they've been incarcerated before. I mean, there's a lot of ways that they could be. I mean, that's true, because Don was around everywhere, incarcerated. So, I mean, I wouldn't put that either past him. I mean, he could have had some beef and still, and that person could have stayed in prison while Don got out, and then that person finally got out and paid revenge. I mean, that's possible too. I mean, you can't leave anything out.
I agree.
But Green Eyes could be that person. So,
well, like I said, there's been a lot of people saying that Summer got gone out of revenge, but for different reasons. I don't talk about minor kids on my channel, or I try not to, but there was one said that maybe Marlena's baby got hurt. And
well, I mean, with that video she put out, and she said it, because I still have the clip. She said it. The girls, the first couple that I thought of was Robin's, hers, Allie, even her own. I mean, if it came from her mouth about other people, then why doesn't anybody ever think that maybe it happened to her own?
right. Oh, I would love that clip. If you could send that one to me, I would love that one.
The one that where she talks about him in doing that? Yeah, I got it.
Yes. Yes.
Oh yeah, I got that. From my own recording, not nobody else's, my own. So yeah, that was pretty intense. And then I
Oh,
have the one that's right after that where she tries to re-justify and
recant.
kindle what she said. So
Well, we're definitely going to have you back on, Brookee. Guys, it is at 2 hours and 30 minutes. Well, actually 2:34.
2:35.
2:35 then. So I'm probably going to go ahead and jump off here.
Yeah, just let me know anytime you guys want. I mean,
oh, absolutely. Hang on one second. We got a question before we go. Why was Summer in the middle of the seat and not put in her car seat and belted in? I would say more than likely because they were supposedly in Grandus's truck and Mom was too well, actually, more than likely, Dawn didn't get her car seat out of the car before he took off with it that morning, allegedly. And that's why.
now, okay, so it might be possible she might not even been in Grandis's truck. Allegedly, just saying she might not even been in because there was extra camper shell up there for that S10. So it could have been that S10. We don't really know, but it's possibility it could have been. And that might not, I mean, that's probably why she wasn't in anything because there really isn't. I mean, from my experience of older cars, like my Buick was a 94 Century, and it didn't have middle seat belts. It only had the ones on the side. And as you've seen, she had stuff on her other side, but the other side was empty. But the Skittles or whatever that was. Now, if my opinion, allegedly, theory of what I said earlier about the vehicles being a play, like John taking the white truck, her taking the Subaru to him, and then, the truck could have been what she drove back or whatever, not grandma's. I mean, it could have been, it might not have been, but one of them sat there at the swim hole. So, I mean, there's a lot. And then if, like I said, if she had an extra hand, which if that was true that MC and H were, around, or Allie or whoever, then there's other people who come into play that can be that third vehicle.
Right.
But if it was MC, could the candy and stuff been from her little, and then H wouldn't have known that because H wasn't in that vehicle with them. He was in the other one. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
I do. Well,
there could have been that.
And see, I still go back to the old thing of where H says, well, she says she was sleeping next to the door. She says she was sleeping next to the door. She who? Candace says Summer was sleeping next. Well, he was the one getting out of the truck. Shouldn't he know where the baby?
Well, if you think about it, when he was explaining how, he went and got the vape or whatever, how they both actually did, he comes out and then walks all the way back around to get to the driver's side too. You see what I'm saying? Like, if you go back and watch that, you'll see him do that, and then, or say that, and then how they say that, it's like, why would you get out of the driver's side and then walk all the way back around to get your vape and stuff? No, that's not, no, you weren't in that vehicle. Or, and if you were, you weren't on that side, period. Like, and why would you have to go all the way over there? Because Candace had to tell you something. So who else was there?
Right.
And that's probably why Allie and them did go up there, because they might have had a conflict with MC or whatever. I'm just saying. I mean, they were all.
No, I agree. Yeah. I mean, this whole thing is driving us all crazy. It is driving us all nuts.
It's just other views that I see that some people haven't even mentioned. And it's crazy that they don't. I mean, people think outside the box, but they're not really going that far out. They're all taking an easy route, like the one that most people would commonly do. But I'm not that type. I like the obstacle. I want to go far and far and then try to make my way back.
I did too. Did you not see the one I did about Grandis's tailgate in her truck? And
yeah.
There's a possibility that, I mean, a baby that size, little girl, baby, whatever you want to,
Mhm.
Would it fit inside that tailgate? And all it takes is
I mean, it's
10 screws.
tiny. I mean, yeah. I mean, that's a pretty heavy, thick one. It's
You
not like an
can't-
S10. It's thinner. It's actually a bigger one. So
yeah,
if you were to undo that, yeah, it'd be easy. I mean, that's where most people, if they don't hide their drugs in their car, most of them are in the back, like by the tire, the spare
power
tire
wall.
area. Some have hid him in their trunk. Some have hid him in their by their motor. Like
Yeah,
there's a
exactly.
million places.
And that's what I was thinking when I was thinking of that. Where would you
Mm-hmm.
hide something that you didn't want? And if they drove they did not have the dogs up there that first night sniffing around the cars. They may have had them out in the woods sniffing, but they didn't have them in searching those cars. So if they had put her in that tailgate, it takes 10 screws to take that panel off. You put something in there, put the 10 screws back. Those dogs wouldn't have been sniffing around that tailgate.
Well, she left anyway.
Okay, exactly.
Not just her, but they left. Whoever left, I mean, they left. I mean, Candace even said that she, went all as far in the holler as she could go. There's how many scrap vehicles around there to have
Right.
a extra tailgate? Think about it. It's one of those things.
Right. I still say if we can figure out how they got that baby off that hill, we'll be able to figure out what happened to her.
Mm-hmm.
God. If she's dead, folks, don't come at me. All right, guys, I'm going to jump off here though. Thank you.
Well, thanks for having me. I'll send you some more stuff.
Oh, that would be great, Brookee. And we really do want you to come back. We really do.
Yeah, just let me know.
Okay, absolutely, hon.
Thank you.
Thank you, hon. Bye, everybody. Thank you, subs, for coming in and dealing with me today and doing all the hard work that you do. I love each and every one of you. Not to quote Don B, I said it first. I always tell you guys that. Don't forget to pray for the kids, guys. Pray for the case and pray for everybody that's involved in this case, including the YouTubers. Pray that God guides us in the right way to go and the right things to say. And pray that God leads us to wherever that baby is at. And for all the kids, Mikey, all of them. And we will see you guys tomorrow.